Yes. That we are done. Yeah. Okay. So before I start, our chairman of SSIST Trust, he has sent us a message, and it is with his cooperation that this course is happening. It's just come on my phone, so I'll just play it as it is. You may just listen to it. Jai Gurudev. Good evening, everyone. Hope all are doing well, especially now in the pandemic situation. I can say you are the most luckiest batch to acquire this knowledge, blessed by our Puja Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. The course designed and taught by our trustee, Dr. Prabhakar Rao. His courses will always be hit and mesmerizing. He has more surprises in future days. Once again, all the best. Thank you. Jai Gurudev. So we thank our chairman for that kind message. It was a very short and crisp message, and we really love that. And yesterday I was talking about my team. There is one team member who was not available yesterday. I would like to spotlight him because he is the tech genius who has been. Can we spotlight Raja, please? Yes. So thank you so much, Raja. And Raja Raman is our tech genius. And he is the one who has been, doing all your registration links. And, he's the one coordinating all the Zoom registrations and all the technical things that are happening. So I acknowledge and thank Raja for his wonderful, wonderful dedication and cooperation in making this, this course an absolute success. Thank you so much, Raja. We have another girl, Sanya Podar, who from Pune, who is not with us because she is in another course, but I would like to acknowledge her as well. She was a part of the telephone tree which kept making calls to people, and that's wonderful. So today we have a lot to cover, yeah, and we have a lot that has got Vedic chants, it's got Vedic compositions, it's got a guided meditation by Pujya Gurudev himself. There are just so many things that are happening today. So without losing any time, let me quickly jump into sharing a couple of things that you need. Okay, just give me a thumbs up. All of you have at least seen this. This is my the chant book that I sent you. This has got the actual chant of the Durga Pushpa Pujam. I've just shared it on my screen. So just give me a thumbs up if you guys, yeah, thank you. Okay. So this is something some of you may have printed it also for reference, but when the chant is happening, you will actually, you can read from this, or if you don't want, if you just want to focus on the chant, close your eyes and just focus on the chant. That will be wonderful by itself. So this will be done 2 times. What? Where you are offering, the flower to the puja, and the second one is where you will actually close your eyes, and the same chant will be done, but it will be done with the Guru Vandana. So that is, we take the name of our Guru, the Guru Tattva, and it will be named done 2 times. So we will go through the Paddhati, the actual way of how we are going to do it. Then all of you, of course, have seen this, isn't it? So I have sequenced the flowers exactly as it comes in the puja. So the sequence of flowers are exactly as they are in this PDF, which I am scrolling. If you have any flowers, that is fantastic. If you don't have any flowers, trust me, this is such a hack that the Vedic seers have given us. You know, this grass, which we actually think of as a weed in our lawns, yeah? You know, in our tradition, in the Vedic tradition, this Durva grass, known as Dup grass, Durva grass, Garike, it is the scientific name is Cyanodon dactylon. It is one of the most auspicious of grasses. And in our Vedas, they talk about this as being the progenitor of all food. And it's very interesting they should say that, because if you see most of what we eat, they belong to the grass family. You take the rice, you take the wheat, you take the corn, you take our millets, everything comes from the rice family. I mean, the fruits and vegetables came later, but originally, when man started his life of settlements, his staple food came from the grasses. And in many ways, Vedas acknowledge this particular Durva grass as the most sacred grass. You know, when we install any idol, and many of us may have done this when we have our Ganapati Puja, yeah? Under the Ganapati, you will put this Durva grass, right? The Durva grass is an incredible Vahana. It is the carrier wave on which many wave frequencies come to us and manifest in this creation. Yeah, that is why we will put the Durva grass under the Ganapati. Okay, there are many interpretations given in the Vedas, and each of them expound the importance of Durva grass. But in Mandala Vaatika, it is one of the best hacks we have, because any plant that you are unable to source, which is listed for the puja, whether it is the Patra Puja or the Pushpa Puja, you can use Durva as a substitute and it works just as well. Huh? It is like it's your all wave frequency. Yeah, it's a wave frequency on which any wave function can ride. So it's a universal sort of a frequency. Yeah, so it's like our internet Wi-Fi. Yeah, uh, I mean, anything rides on it. Your audio, your video, your data, your everything, rides on that. Yeah. So it's a sort of, you don't need like a special frequency only for video, special frequency only for audio, then your telephone, then your mobile. No, everything goes on the internet, right? So it is like that. So Durva grass is an extraordinary plant in our tradition. And today you will see, because I know that most of you will not be able to get all the flowers, but this Durga Vatika course could not have happened if it was not for the availability of Durva grass. And best part about Durva grass is you just walk outside anywhere in the world and you will find this grass growing. Somewhere or the other, it'll be there. It's such a omnipresent and, a grass. Okay. So the Durva grass basically looks something like that. Yeah. So you guys, I'm sure you guys have this. Yeah. In the screen, it may not be, let me keep it here. Yeah. Okay. Now you can see this. Yeah. This is the grass. So all you just need is just to take a very tiny piece of this. Yeah. Just a few things, and just put it where I will tell you. So we will come to that. So we've done that. And then we have got okay, what I want you to do is, all of you have the drawing which you have made, right? This is the one I have made. It's there in my video. And this is the one that uh, you have all also made, or you have taken the printout of. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is, I am going to give you a picture which has got numbers on it. Yeah. This is not for sharing with anybody. Only those people who sit and complete this course can know about these numbers and use these numbers for puja. This is not to be given outside. Yeah. So it is a bit of a thing. While I have tried to keep this course as, liberal and as uncomplicated as possible, this is one thing we will have to respect. The numbering and the location of these particular Devis in that Durga Mandala, it is a knowledge that only people who have done this course can be preview to. Yeah. So let me just put up this. Okay. Now, can you see this, our Durga Mandala on my screen? Just give me a thumbs up if you do, please. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Now, Can you see the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9? You can see all these numbers, right? Now take your mandala which you have drawn, and just in pencil, very light pencil, okay, you can just mark this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. You can just mark the positions of these particular areas. Six of them are triangles, and three of them are parallelograms. Yeah, they are polygons. Yeah, and actually, the three of them have got three triangles hidden in them. We won't go into that. Maybe when we have Durga Mandala Vaatika, advanced course, we will go into that, because these three polygons which are there, that is number 3, 5, and 4, in them are hidden three triangles. And if you know about maybe in the advanced course, we actually go into the mythology and what the Puranas have to say about Durga. But in the energies that were given to her by various gods, that is actually shown here in the mandala. Yeah. So when we break the mandalas of 3, 5, and 4 into three hidden triangles, then you will get the understanding of that aspect of it. We will not go into it now. Okay. So everybody has, of course, by now noted this, all done. So I will show it again. So don't worry if you have not done that. So what you would now do is, I'll now take you to the process of how we are going to do this offering. Okay. Now you will keep this mandala on a table next to you, which you can easily access. So you can keep it there. And what only thing that you will need to do is, you need to keep the north. The north is where these two triangles are pointing. Yeah. Where these two triangles are pointing, this should be facing your geometric north. Yeah. Your the north. Yeah. As we know, like northeast, southwest, wherever you're sitting, that should be. So for me, my north is actually coming here. So I will keep it like this. So these two triangles, here, this portal will be facing north. That's all you need to. So if you may have drawn the Vaatika in any way, but just while doing the puja, you will place it facing the north. So for some, north may be here, it may be behind or whatever. You just place it in front of you so that the mandala, the two triangles that we have of Brahma and Vishnu, the tips of those will be in the north direction of the north facing. Yeah. So once that is done, then you may take your pushpa, which are the flowers, and you can sequence the flowers in exactly the same way that we have given. So your number 1 will be the tulsi. So you can actually keep the flowers in a sequence, because we will be chanting in that sequence. So you don't have to keep, running around for, oh my God, where is this? Where is that? If you don't have any flowers and you have only the Durga grass, then there is no problem. You just keep 9 pieces of Durga grass, one behind the other, so that you can just place them in the right place. So your tulsi will have to go to the number 1 place. Where we have shown number 1, the number 1 that I showed you in the previous slide. Let me just try and get that also, so that, let me see if I can do something. Okay, let me make this a little smaller so that you can see both, hopefully. Okay, So there you go. Yeah. So we make this a little bit smaller so that we can see. So you've got number one. Number one will be coming where this one is. So this triangle here, you will put the tulsi. When the chant is done, you will do that. Yeah. Number two, this will be your champaka. Okay. Number two champaka will come here. At the bottom, it's the bottom right triangle in the Vishnu triangle. Yeah. Then you have got the Jati Puspam, which is the jasmine, one of the varieties of jasmine. And that will come in this polygon number 3, which is a part of our Brahma triangle, the green triangle. Yeah. Then we have got the Ketake Pushpam, which is our pandanus. And I saw some beautiful pictures of people who have got this flower today. It's one of the nicest flowers, actually. So you have got this one. So you have got this as your number 4. And number 4, you have put here in the Shiva polygon. Yeah. Then you have got number 5, which will come as your oleander, Karavira Pushpam, and that is in the polygon of Vishnu. And then you have got the lily, Utpala Pushpam. Utpala Pushpam will then come in 6. You've got 7 again as jasmine, which will come in the triangle of Vishnu. 8, you have got another jasmine, and that will come in the Brahma, in the Shiva triangle down. And then you have got finally the 9th one, which is the lotus, which will come in the 0.9. So it's the uppermost triangle of the Vishnu triangle. And if you don't have any of these, just do all with Durva grass. So I think we are all good with that. Give me a thumbs up if all of you are good with that. Everything spotted. Thank you, Anup. Anupda must be having all those thousands and thousands of years of Durga in West Bengal flowing through his DNA. He's creating some amazing drawings in the course. Now, after that, what will happen is, once we start the puja, which we will in a few minutes, yes, I think we have 88 people. I think that's the number that we've been seeing. And I really thank all of you who have, spoken about this course to others, because I saw a spike in registrations yesterday, and we've actually crossed that magic number of 200, which the Devi of this course, our Archana ji, she had put certain sankalpas. And when I was struggling with some 20 people, she said, no, sir, we will get 200 people. And she just makes it happen. Yeah. So, so what we will do is, there is a small little, very, very nice chant called Namaste, Namaste, where we just invoke the divine to bless us in this puja that we are going to undertake. So I will play that. It's a very short chant called Namaste, Namaste. It is done in the voice of Shankar Brahma Desam. And you will hear that. In fact, both he and Sangeeta, his wife, they have sort of collaborated to record this. After that, we will listen again to the Durga Suktam. Okay. So the Durga Suktam, which we listened to yesterday of Shankar Narayana Brahmadesam Raman talking about, now we will listen to that again. The idea is that this is very important, because Durga Suktam we must experience before we do the Pushpa Puja. And we have to know how important this Durga Suktam is, because Durga Suktam is actually our door which opens us to the Durga energy. After that, we will do the Durga Pushpa Puja. In the Durga Pushpa Puja, the name of the Devi will be repeated 3 times. Okay. So, so if we start the puja with Om Durgaye Namaha, so Shankar will actually talk, will say this Om Durgaye Namaha. So what you do is, you will take a bit of the Durva grass, which you have. You can use Tulsi if you have Tulsi, but I'm just showing this as a universal thing for everybody. So you will take when he says Durgaye Namaha, you will take this grass. Okay. Then he will repeat Durgaye Namaha when you will put it to your forehead. You will touch this grass to your forehead. And then in all your faith, with all the respect to invoke and experience the Devi, the third time when he says Durgaye Namaha, you will actually put it in that space in the mandala which is labeled number 1. You understand? So just understand what I'm saying. The first time in the chant when he says Durgaya Namaha. So what I'll do is I'll just play the starting of the chant and I'll show you how that is done. Let me try and do it right here. Can you hear?
Durgaye
Pick it up now.
Namaha. Durgaye Namaha. Tulasi Pushpam. Durgaye Namaha.
Let me just start that.
Tulasi Pushpam.
Let me just start that again. We'll get that. 1 minute. Let me just get a proper piece of this. So I'll just show you for one. It will be the same that will be repeated for all. Yeah. So first time he will use the name and the name of the Devi. Yeah. When he says it the first time, you pick it up. Then he will say name of the Devi, you will put it to your forehead. And then when he says name and name of the Devi, you will offer it. Yeah. So let's just go through it once.
Durgaye Namaha.
So I'm now just picking up the thing and I'll hold it with me.
Durgaye Namaha. Tulasi Pushpam. Durgaye Namaha. Tulasi Pushpam Samarpayami.
I will put this now. When the
Katyayanye
Samarpayami is coming,
Namaha.
when the Samarpayami comes, I will be making the offering. Yeah. So let's just do this once again, just so that we are all on the same plane.
Durgaye Namaha. Durgaye Namaha. Tulasi Pushpam. Durgaye Namaha. Tulasi Pushpam Samarpayami.
So you got that? So it is Durgaye Namaha. You will pick it up. Durgaye Namaha. Tulasi Patram. He will say Tulasi Pushpam, and you will hold it to your thing. Then again he says Durgaye Namaha. Tulasi Pushpam Samarpayami. So that means I have offered it to you, right? So that will go on for all the 9 plants, nine flowers. Yeah. Now, once that is finished, you will close your eyes and we will play the same thing, but this time it is not 3 times repeated. He will go through it completely and then we do the Guru Vandana towards the end. Okay. Just stay with me. I will keep guiding you. So there is no issues there. Then after that, we have the Ashtapushpam. Okay. Ashtapushpam mantra. Ashtapushpam is basically the inward offerings, the 8 inward offerings. Yeah. So what are the 8 inward offerings? Those of you who have done Guru Puja will know. First, there is water. Then there is sandalwood, which is chandanam. Then there is the flower. Then there is the dupam. Then the dupam means it's the incense, yeah, incense stick. Then you have got the deepam, yeah, that is the lamp, yeah, the light, the fire, yeah. Then you will have the akshatam, which is a grain, yeah, like rice, akshatam. Then you have the naivedyam, yeah, naivedyam is the food that is offered, and then you have the palam, yeah, which is the fruit. Yeah. So these 8 offerings actually have got a very deep meaning into our own. It's an inward prayer to access the divine within ourselves. Yeah. So each of them happens. Yeah. So the 5 tattvas are there and everything. We take it through each step higher and higher till the most subtlest energy in you also merges, and then you become a part of that divine. Yeah. So after the Guru Puja with the Gurudev Vandana, we have the Ashtapuja. And after the Ashtapujam, you will continue to keep your eyes closed and we do the Durga Suktam again. Okay. You can notice the difference between listening to the Durga Suktam prior to the puja and Durga Suktam post the puja. Very different. After that, I don't know how many of you had the opportunity. Shankar Brahmadesam, he outdid himself just yesterday evening, because somebody on the group actually, they asked, what is that raga and that kriti that he is talking about, Muthuswami Dikshitar. Muthuswami Dikshitar is one of the trinity in the Carnatic music, and he, from the age of 7, he was initiated into the Sri Vidya. Sri Vidya is the meditation on the Sri Chakra, the Devi worship. Yeah. And he is said to have experienced the Devi in many forms. And one of them is the Durga. And he composed this beautiful composition on Durga. It is in the Raga Sri Ranjini. And I will play that after that. After that, you continue to stay with your eyes closed, just enjoying the bliss of the Mother Goddess. And I will play the guided meditation, the Panchakosha meditation by our Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji, which is why this course has happened. It is his tattva, the Guru tattva, that is making this course happen. So this is going to be the structure of this. Those of you who've done the July course will know that this is very, very different. And it is different because this is Durga wave function. Durga wave function is a completely different wave function from the earlier wave functions that we did of Siddhivinayaka and Varamahalakshmi. Yeah, this one requires a lot. And you will see many of you, you struggle to do the mandala because Durga doesn't come to you easily. Even I have to struggle to, get her to reveal herself. It's not that she will come first time. She's a woman after all. So, she comes with all that feminine, qualities. Yeah. So, but again, I mean, it is the most beautiful, beautiful energy that we can experience, especially at this particular moment in time. This Navaratri period, this Adhik Mas, and also the chaos that's happening around us with COVID. So this is a very, 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 very beautiful period to do this. Okay. So without more ado, what we will do is, all of you, yes, we are doing brilliantly on time, because at 3 o'clock sharp, I wanted to start the puja itself. So we are spot on time. So all of you relax. If you want to have a quick sip of water, just have a sip of water. And I am starting sharp at 3 p.m. I will start our Namaste Namaste. Yeah. So all of you get ready. I am starting right away.
नमस्ते नमस्ते विभो विश्वमूर्ते नमस्ते नमस्ते चिदानन्दमूर्ते नमस्ते नमस्ते तपोयोगगम्य नमस्ते नमस्ते श्रुतिज्ञानगम्य मूषिकवाहनमोदकहस्तचामरकर्णविलम्बितसूत्र वामनरूपमहेश्वरपुत्र विघ्नविनायकपाद नमस्ते आकाशात् पतितं तोयं यथा गच्छति सागरं सर्वदेव नमस्कारः केशवं प्रतिगच्छति केशवं प्रतिगच्छति ॐ नमः इति
Continue with your eyes closed while we do the Durga Suktam, chanting by Shankar.
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ जातवेदसे सुनवामसो ममराति यतो निदहाति वेदः स नः परिषतति दुर्गानि विश्वानावेव सिन्धुं दुरितात्यग्निः तामग्निवर्णां तपसा ज्वलन्तीं वैरोचनीं कर्मफलेषु जुष्टाम् दुर्गां देवीगुं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये सुतरसि तरसे नमः। अग्ने त्वं पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्तिभिरति दुर्गानि विश्वा पूश्च पृथ्वी बहुला न उर्वी भवातोकायतनया ह्यशम्योः विश्वानि नो दुर्गः जातवेदः सिन्धुन्ननावादुरितातिपर्षि अग्ने अर्त्रिवन्मनसा गृह्णानोऽस्माकं बोध्यविता तनूनाम् पृतनाजितगुं सहमानमुग्रमग्निगुं हुवेम परमात् सधस्तात् स नः परिषतति दुर्गानि विश्वाक्षामद्देवो अतिदुरितात्यग्निः प्रत्नोषिकमीड्यो अध्वरेषु सनाच्च होतानव्यश्च सत्सि स्वाञ्चाग्ने तनुवं पिप्रय स्वास्मभ्यं च सौभगमायजश्व गोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तं तवेन्द्रविष्णोरनुसञ्चरेम नाकस्य पृष्ठमभिसंवसानो वैष्णवीं लोक इह मादयन्ताम् कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गः प्रचोदयात्।
Now you may slowly open your eyes. Yeah. And what we will do now is we will chant Om 3 times before we start the puja. So now we'll be actually starting the Pushpa Puja. For those of you who have flowers, you may use them in the exact sequence that the chant is. For those you who have the Durva grass, you may please use that. It does not matter if a flower overlaps. It is the intention with which you place it on the mandala that is important. Even after placing it, you move it and place the next flower next to it. It does not matter. At that moment that you have placed that flower at that particular spot in the mandala, that is all that matters. Yeah. So this is a very real time Pushpa Puja. And like we said yesterday, this Pushpa Puja is invoking the divine mother, goddess Durga, the Durga wave function, to give strength to bend, to be flexible. ये पूजा अभी जो शुरू हो रहा है, पुष्प पूजा, ये हम ओमकार से हम इसका शुरुआत करेंगे. अगर आपका एक फूल, जैसा कमल का फूल बहुत बड़ा होता है, अगर वो कमल का फूल आप रखेंगे उधर तो वो सब एरिया को खा जाएगा, ओवरलैप होएगा दूसरा ट्रायंगल से. फिक्र मत कीजिए. वो क्षण जब वो मंत्र में वो देवी और वो फूल की नाम आ रहा है, उस क्षण में जब आप मंडला में वो पर्टिकुलर जगह पे जब वो पुष्प को रखेंगे, उधर ही समाप्त हो जाता है आपकी ऑफरिंग. उसके बाद उसको थोड़ा साइड में रख के बाकी का कंप्लीट किया, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं रहता है. हा? ऐसा नहीं कि ये सारा कंप्लीट होने से पूजा खत्म होता है. ये रियल टाइम पूजा होता है जब एक एक क्षण में आप खुद एक्सपीरियंस करेंगे वो कनेक्शन कैसा होता है, अलग अलग रूप दुर्गा देवी की, है ना. तो ये बहुत ही एक सूक्ष्म पूजा है. और जैसे मैंने कल बताया था, ये पूजा में हम यही प्रार्थना करेंगे दुर्गा माता की तत्व को कि हमें शक्ति दे झुकने की, फ्लेक्सिबल रहने की। तभी हम ये केओस को पार कर सकते हैं। जब भी केओस आ सकता है, हम यही प्रार्थना करेंगे कि दुर्गा माता से प्रार्थना नहीं करते हैं कि हमें बल दो कि हम खड़ा रहें, नहीं, हम पूछते हैं, उनसे प्रार्थना करते हैं कि हमें बल दो, हमें स्ट्रेंथ दो कि हम झुके, हम फ्लेक्सिबल रहे, है ना। तो ये पूजा में जो है वो शक्ति देती है दुर्गा मां, जो आपको कोई भी केओस में, कोई भी हलचल चल रहा है, अस्तत्व जो चलता है उसमें जो है, अनस्तत्व जो चलता है उसमें जो अवस्थ्यत्य, अवस्थत्य तत्व, ओके, एनीवे, केओस जो चलता है वो केओस में जो है हमारे ये फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी रहेगा कि हम उसको बहुत आसानी से हम तैरेंगे उस पे, वी विल सर्फ दैट वेव बाय being flexible. And it is this Durga Puja which gives you that strength to have that flexibility, which is the key. The key to Durga Puja is being flexible. And that is why this, in our Vedic tradition, this Pushpa Puja is where you invoke that strength for bending. Bending means being flexible. Okay. So we will start with Omkar. Okay. So all of you, you may close your eyes for Omkar. Okay. So take a deep breath in and breathe out. Now for Om, take a deep breath in. You may gently open your eyes, and I will be starting now the Pushpa Puja. Okay, again, first time you take the thing, the flower or the grass. Second time you hold it to your forehead, and the third time you offer it with that samarpayami.
Okay. Durgaye Namaha. Durgaye Namaha. Tulasi Pushpam. Durgaye Namaha. Tulasi Pushpam Samarpayami. Katyayanye Namaha. Katyayanye Namaha. Champaka Pushpam. Katyayanye Namaha. Champaka Pushpam Samarpayami. Kaumarye Namaha. Kaumarye.
Sorry. Just hold on.
Durgaye Namaha. Durgaye Namaha. Tulasi Pushpam. Durgaye Namaha. Tulasi Pushpam Samarpayami. Katyayanye Namaha. Katyayanye Namaha. Champaka Pushpam. Katyayanye Namaha. चम्पकपुष्पं समर्पयामि कौमार्यै नमः कौमार्यै नमः जातिपुष्पम् कौमार्यै नमः जातिपुष्पं समर्पयामि काल्यै नमः काल्यै नमः केतकीपुष्पम् काल्यै नमः केतकीपुष्पं समर्पयामि गौर्यै नमः गौर्यै नमः करवीरपुष्पम् गौर्यै नमः करवीरपुष्पं समर्पयामि लक्ष्म्यै नमः लक्ष्म्यै नमः उत्पलपुष्पम् लक्ष्म्यै नमः उत्पलपुष्पं समर्पयामि सर्वमङ्गलायै नमः सर्वमङ्गलायै नमः मल्लिकापुष्पम् सर्वमङ्गलायै नमः मल्लिकापुष्पम् समर्पयामि इन्द्राण्यै नमः इन्द्राण्यै नमः यूथिकापुष्पम् इन्द्राण्यै नमः यूथिकापुष्पं समर्पयामि सरस्वत्यै नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः कमलपुष्पम् सरस्वत्यै नमः कमलपुष्पं समर्पयामि
Continue with your eyes closed.
दुर्गायै नमः दुर्गायै नमः तुलसीपुष्पम् दुर्गायै नमः तुलसीपुष्पं समर्पयामि कात्यायन्यै नमः कात्यायन्यै नमः चम्पकपुष्पम् कात्यायन्यै नमः चम्पकपुष्पं समर्पयामि कौमार्यै नमः कौमार्यै नमः जातिपुष्पम् कौमार्यै नमः जातिपुष्पं समर्पयामि काल्यै नमः काल्यै नमः केतकीपुष्पम् काल्यै नमः केतकीपुष्पं समर्पयामि गौर्यै नमः गौर्यै नमः करवीरपुष्पम् गौर्यै नमः करवीरपुष्पं समर्पयामि लक्ष्म्यै नमः लक्ष्म्यै नमः उत्पलपुष्पम् लक्ष्म्यै नमः उत्पलपुष्पं समर्पयामि सर्वमङ्गलायै नमः सर्वमङ्गलायै नमः मल्लिकापुष्पम् सर्वमङ्गलायै नमः मल्लिकापुष्पम् समर्पयामि इन्द्राण्ये नमः इन्द्राण्ये नमः यूथिकापुष्पम् इन्द्राण्ये नमः यूथिकापुष्पं समर्पयामि सरस्वत्यै नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः कमलपुष्पम् सरस्वत्यै नमः कमलपुष्पं समर्पयामि
We will now play the Ashtapushpam, which you will listen continuing with your eyes closed.
अहिंसा प्रथमं पुष्पं पुष्पम् इन्द्रियनिग्रहः अहिंसा प्रथमं पुष्पं पुष्पम् इन्द्रियनिग्रहः सर्वभूतदया पुष्पं क्षमा पुष्पं विशेषतः सर्वभूतदया पुष्पं क्षमा पुष्पं विशेषतः ज्ञानपुष्पं तपः पुष्पं शान्तिपुष्पं तथैव च ज्ञानपुष्पं तपः पुष्पं शान्तिपुष्पं तथैव च सत्यमष्टविधं पुष्पं विष्णुप्रीतिकरं भवेत् सत्यमष्टविधं पुष्पं विष्णुप्रीतिकरं भवेत् अहिंसा प्रथमं पुष्पं पुष्पम् इन्द्रियनिग्रहः सर्वभूतदया पुष्पं क्षमा पुष्पं विशेषतः ज्ञानपुष्पं तपः पुष्पं शान्तिपुष्पं तथैव च सत्यमष्टविधं पुष्पं विष्णुप्रीतिकरं भवेत्
We will now listen to the Durga Suktam again. Continue with your eyes closed.
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ जातवेदसे सुनवामसो ममराति यतो निदहाति वेदः स नः परिषतति दुर्गानि विश्वानावेव सिन्धुं दुरितात्यग्निः तामग्निवर्णां तपसा ज्वलन्तीं वैरोचनीं कर्मफलेषु जुष्टां दुर्गां देवीगुं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये सुतरसि तरसे नमः अग्ने त्वं पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्तिभिरति दुर्गानि विश्वा पूश्च पृथ्वी बहुलान उर्वी भवातोकायतनया ह्यशम्योः विश्वानि नो दुर्गः जातवेदः सिन्धुन्ननावादुरितातिपर्षि अग्ने अर्त्रिवन्मनसा गृह्णानोऽस्माकं बोध्यवितातनूनां पृतनाजितगुं सहमानमुग्रमग्निगुं हुवेम परमात् सधस्तात् स नः पर्षदति दुर्गाणि विश्वाक्षामद्देवो अतिदुरितात्यग्निः प्रत्नोषि कमीड्यो अध्वरेषु सनाच्च होता नव्यश्च सत्सि स्वाञ्चाग्ने तनुवं पिप्रयस्वास्मभ्यं च सौभगमायजश्व गोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तं तवेन्द्रविष्णोरनुसञ्चरेम नाकस्य पृष्ठमभिसंवसानो वैष्णवीं लोक इह मादयन्ताम् कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्यकुमारि धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गः प्रचोदयात्
Continue with your eyes closed.
श्रीदुं दुर्गे शिवसंसर्गे छिद्रसवर्गे स्थिरेह पवर्गे श्रीवनदुर्गे श्री दुं दुर्गे शिवसंसर्गे छिद्रसवर्गे स्थिरेह पवर्गे श्रीवनदुर्गे दुन्दुभि वाद्यभेद नादविनोदिनी दुन्दुभि वाद्यभेद नादविनोदिनी मोदिनी वीणा वादिनी संवेदिनी अभिदिनी दुन्दुभि वाद्यभेदनादविनोदिनी मोदिनी वीणा वादिनी संवेदिनी अभेदिनी सुन्दरि श्रीरञ्जनि निरञ्जनि जय जननि श्री दुं दुर्गे सुन्दरि श्रीरञ्जनि निरञ्जनि जय जननि श्री दुं दुर्गे शिवसंसर्गे छिद्रसवर्गे स्थिरेह पवर्गे श्रीवन दुर्गे करुणारसालये कलिकल्मषविलये करुणारसालये कलिकल्मषविलये करविधृतकुवलये कानननिलये करुणारसालये कलिकल्मषविलये करविधृतकुवलये कानननिलये चरणकीसलये चामीकरवलये सङ्गीतलये सुरुचिरुम्बलये स्वरसङ्गीतलये सुरुचिरुम्बलये गुरुगुहोदये सदये विजये अभये सरसमये षट्समये समये कलये श्री दुं दुर्गे गुरुगुहोदये सदये विजये अभये सरसमये षट्समये समये कलये श्री दुम दुर्गे शिव संसर्गे छिद्र सवर्गे स्थिरे पवर्गे श्रीवन दुर्गे.
Continue to experience that space, and we will now have the guided meditation in Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji's voice, his own voice, and just follow the instructions in the meditation. It is called the Panchakosha meditation, very beautiful meditation. And just be a part of this meditation. Yes.
Let's sit comfortably, easily, with our spine erect and body relaxed and loose. Let's close our eyes. Let's take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Once again, take a deep breath. Hold the breath and slowly breathe out. As you breathe out, relax your arms. Once again, breathe in. As you breathe in, the body gets a little tense. Hold the breath, and as you breathe out, relax your whole body. Listen to all the sounds, noises in the environment. And you are at ease with them. You are in harmony with your environment right this moment. Breathe in again. And slowly breathe out. As your lungs empty, you get more and more relaxed. Breathe in and fill your lungs with the breath. And as you breathe out, relax. Become aware of the weight of your body, whatever that is, 40 kilos, 50 kilos, 150 pounds, whatever that is. Place that entire weight on the seat you are sitting. Breathe in again and breathe out. Now keep a smile on your face and breathe in with a smile. Relax all the muscles in your face. And as you breathe out, relax more and more. Become aware of your body. Your body is a beautiful instrument, a precious gift to you from nature, from God. Honor and respect your body. Take your attention to your legs, right leg. Relax your right leg. Left leg. Left thigh. Thigh. Hips. Genitals. Abdomen. Stomach. Navel region. Your right arm. Left arm. Chest. Shoulders. Breathe in again. And slowly breathe out. Your neck. Lips. Your cheeks. Breathe in again. Become aware of your nose. Breath is flowing into the nostrils. And breathe out and become aware of your breath. Your eyes are closed now. Let them relax. Your entire face, your head. Relax the whole body. You're grateful for this body. Become aware of your breath. The breath is moving in and out of the body, keeping this body alive. You're grateful for the breath. Again, with a big smile, breathe in, savoring every inch of breath you breathe in. And as you breathe out, relax more and more. Relax all the muscles and nerves in your body. Let go. Relax. Become aware of the thoughts. Whether good thoughts or bad thoughts, let them be. Breathe in once again. And slowly breathe out as slowly as possible. Become aware of your mind. Your body is like a wick of a candle. Your mind is like the glow. Become aware of your mind all around your body. Become aware of your feelings, whether pleasant or unpleasant. Let them be. Breathe in again and let go. You are in harmony with your feelings right this moment. Just breathe in again and let go. असतो मा सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया Mrityurma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let go all efforts. You are peace. You are joy. Let go all efforts and relax. Become aware of your feelings and emotion if there are any. Become aware of the thoughts if there are any. Breathe in again and breathe out. Slowly and gradually become aware of your body and environment. And slowly, gradually, you may open your eyes.
Whenever you feel like, gradually, at your own pace, you may gently open your eyes. Just give me a thumbs up if you all enjoyed the entire process. You can switch on your videos. I can see all of you giving me a thumbs up. Thank you. It's such a beautiful process, and the way things come together for something like I had estimated that at 3:45 the pujas and the meditation would finish, and you will not believe, I just looked at the clock on the laptop and it was exactly 3:45 when Gurudev said, you can gently open your eyes. There is so much of tattva that has come to put this course together that we can only be humbled at the enormity of what goes on in the universe to make things happen. We think we are doing something, we couldn't be farther from the truth. Yeah, things are happening. And a course like Mandala Vatika makes you realize that. We have heard intellectually, that we have to be flexible in life. And, you hear that, you can logically assimilate that. You can say, yes, when there's a crisis, if you're flexible, then yes, all this, even in management, we are taught all this. Yeah. But in a course like Mandala Vatika, that wave function creates it in you. And you will see it happening within yourself. You will suddenly have realized that you have become so much more flexible in life. And it is that flexibility, वो झुकने का वो जो शक्ति ये मंडला वाटिका कोर्स देते हैं हमें, ये एक अनुभव है हमारे लिए. हाँ, हमने सुना है फ्लेक्सिबल होना चाहिए एक इंसान, तभी वो लाइफ में इजीली नेगोशिएट कर पाएगा. ये सब तो इंटेलेक्चुअली सुना है और हमारा दिमाग भी बताता है हाँ ये सब ठीक है. लेकिन ये मंडला वाटिका कोर्स में उसका एक अनुभव मिलता है ना. जब आप एक फ्लो के साथ जाते हैं, जैसे मैंने बताया था आपको कि मैंने एक एस्टिमेट दिया था. एक्चुअली ये सब नया है मेरे लिए भी, ये नया है. ये फॉर्मेट जो है ये नया है. पिछले मंडला कोर्स में कुछ और था. तो ये फॉर्मेट जब मैंने लगाया तो मैंने एस्टिमेट किया कि 3:45 को पूजा मेडिटेशन खत्म हो जाएगा. हाँ. और जैसे ही गुरुदेव बता रहे थे कि नाउ यू कैन स्लोली ओपन योर आईज, मैं क्लॉक पे देखा तो एग्जैक्ट 3:45 था, है ना. तो वो एक, जब आपको पता है कि दुर्गा देवी का तत्व ही ये कोर्स को कर रहा है, तो हम फ्लेक्सिबल होना ही है ना. फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी अपने आप आ जाता है हमें ना, क्योंकि ये तो हमारा नहीं है ना. So this is something that is extremely beautiful and it's a very deep experience, and you will realize it from now onwards. Keep doing the Durga Mandala Vatika Puja, especially during this Navratri period. If you can do it once a week, हफ्ते में एक बार कर दीजिए इसको, है ना. ये सारा का सारा मैं चांट्स सभी जो है आपको, I will give it to you in a home going package, where I'll give you all the soft copies of everything that you will need to continue the practice of this particular technique, है ना. So we will take a short break now, a 5-minute break. हाँ. तो आप पानी पी लीजिए, आपको रेस्ट रूम यूज करने का है तो आप रेस्ट रूम यूज करके आ जाइए. एंड मीनवाइल आई विल जस्ट टेक some questions. Yes, there are just experiences, beautiful experiences that are being posted. I can see a lot on my WhatsApp as well, a lot of experiences. And we have a little bit of more things to finish, which we will do now. तो एक जो आइटम बच गया है हमारे कोर्स में, वो है कि आप मंडला वाटिका कैसे बनाएंगे. अगर आपको बगीचे में, इफ यू वांटेड टू मेक अ मंडला वाटिका, either at in your balcony or on your terrace or in your garden, um, let me just see. A few instructions got disconnected. Please don't worry, you will get the recording, so you will get it. Sir, can we use any other flowers as well and chant the flower's name? As always, we don't have some specific ones. Gita, you cannot do that. In Durga Mandala Vatika Pushpa Puja, as you heard in the Vedic Paddhati of the Durga Devi Pushpa Puja, only these 9 will be used. Yeah. And each of those flowers will be used with that particular Devi's form. Yeah. That wave function has to have that flower. So you cannot substitute that flower. If you don't have the flower, please use the Durva grass. Durva grass is the hack for all Mandala Vatika gardens. Yeah, all Mandala Vatika pujas, Durga grass is the hack. So if you don't have the flowers, please don't stress yourself. Use this. Yeah. So then we will have that are on the mandala. It is that are on the mandala right now. Where will we put the offerings that are on the mandala right now? Best is to go and put it in a garden or in a pot which has a plant. Yeah. After that, you can take it and you can put it there. Yeah. You don't have to throw it into the dustbin, but you can put it back into it. See, Durga Devi, actually, let people come back maybe in another, at 5:55, I will actually talk a little more about the energy and tattva of Durga Devi. So why we would not put it in a dustbin, why we would like to put it back in the garden? Yeah, I'll talk to you about it. Since can we get your help for doing my farm in Mandala Vaatika? Of course, you know, in our olden days, it is so strange that every farmer used to have a small Mandala Vatika in his farm, a small one, yeah, just where he used to have his hut or his dwelling. In that, he used to have a small Mandala Vatika, and the most common one was the Tulsi Mandala Vatika. Yeah, so it is just beautiful. So yes, of course, we can do it in the farm. Experience was not visual, but the of presence of Durga or all her astras majestically riding on her Vahana lion, still can feel the form that I felt. Wonderful, Shantaji. Every person wanting to realize how these amazing experience after the puja, felt as if a seating between mandala and the warmth, and felt from all sides the amazing grace of our master Puja Gurudev. After Diwali, you should do Tulsi Mandala Vatika. I hope with the blessings of our master, definitely we will do that. Very nice experience in the course, understood real meaning of bending, flexibility, and bow down. How much is needed for survival and victory? Yes, it requires a lot of strength to bow down. You know, if you go to Japan, you know, for that tea ceremony, even to enter that tea house, you know, they'll make one small. First of all, Japanese are small people. They will make one small little opening which you have to go through, you know. So it's a very beautiful experience. Yeah, you need strength to bow down. Yeah. So I was saying, you know, the Durga energy actually is understood of when you look at a picture of Durga, you will see something that she has got her hair loose, okay, but she will have a nose ring also. So if you actually see an iconic sketch of Durga, you will have a face, those two eyes and the third eye, and what you will have is a lot of hair, you know, let loose, and then you have the ring. You know, there is a link. See, there is always a conflict between nature and domestication. A woman, a lady, by nature, she is a free being. That freedom is expressed in the untied hair. She doesn't care. She is who she is. Durga does not have to explain or apologize for who she is. She is who she is. But the nose ring is domestication. Yeah. While we can understand this as to the conflict that every woman feels in this world, where she wants to be who she is, but the society wants her to be domesticated. They want her to be controlled. It is with that control that Durga creates. That is how we have families. That is how we have children. That is how we have grandchildren. That's how a race is propagated. But there is always that thing of domestication versus nature, her natural self. And when she breaks free from that domestication, she can become a fearsome force. Just extend, जो मैं बात बता रहा हूं कि दुर्गा देवी का तत्व जो है वो हर एक औरत में है, क्योंकि उसका स्वभाव ये है कि वो फ्री रहे, जैसे वो जीना चाहे वैसे जीने का वो है उनके अंदर. लेकिन अपना समाज जो है उनको डोमेस्टिकेट करता है, मतलब एक बंधन में उसको बिठा के उसको माता बनाता है, ताकि वो उसकी बच्चे हुए, पोते हुए, वो पूरा वंश जो है चले, वो पूरा प्रोटेक्ट करे फैमिली को। वो एक मां की जो एक तत्व है उस पे हम ज्यादा फोकस देते हैं इस समाज में। तो हमेशा एक औरत के अंदर इसका कॉन्फ्लिक्ट रहता है, वो अपनी नेचुरल सेल्फ का और ये डोमेस्टिकेशन का। इसलिए दुर्गा में दोनों मिलेगा आपको, उसके बाल जो है छुटे हुए हैं एंड ये नोज रिंग भी रहता है उसमें। Nose ring is a sign of domestication, whereas the free locks of Durga are her natural self. This is what you see in the societal plane for a lady, but you will see this with Mother Nature itself. Man wants to domesticate Mother Nature. We want to control how the river flows. We want to see how the coastline can be strengthened. We want to build dams. We want to cut forests. We want to have huge lands cleared for agriculture. We want to domesticate Mother Nature. But nature doesn't want to wear the nose ring all the time. She wants her hair loose. And that is when the chaos energy, what we call chaos, is actually Mother Nature bringing her planet back into stable state. So we might keep building dams, but floods will happen. Dams will break. The embankments will break. बाढ़ आता है, हम डैम बनाते हैं, तो बड़ा जब बाढ़ आता है तो निकल जाता है सब कुछ। हम कितना अपना कोस्टलाइन को सुरक्षित रखेगा, एक सुनामी आता है तो सारा का सारा उड़ जाता है। वो सुनामी भी दुर्गा का तत्व है। सस्टेनेबल क्रिएशन में नेचुरल फॉर्म और डोमेस्टिकेशन दोनों का एक बैलेंस होना चाहिए। आपके घर में भी आप ज्यादा डोमेस्टिकेशन की कोशिश कीजिए, देखिए क्या होता है होम मिनिस्ट्री को। she will hit back chaos, पूरा chaos। 4.669 का फेबनबॉम कांस्टेंट एक्सप्लोड हो जाएगा घर में, है ना। बट if too much of naturalness is their natural self, तो अपना फैमिली कैसा चलेगा, घर कैसा चलेगा। तो ये दोनों का बैलेंस आपको एक फैमिली में मिलेगा, एक औरत में मिलेगा और पूरा पृथ्वी में मिलेगा। So this understanding of Durga as this constant balancing of a natural state versus a domestication state. We want to domesticate this planet, Mother Earth. We want to make this planet suitable only for human beings. We are not succeeding. We are making a mess of it. So every now and then, the Durga Tattva will show its chaotic form and bring something to order. And then it will let you again. Because see, Durga Tattva doesn't want to kill you. Yeah? If COVID really wanted to wipe out the entire human population, it would have done it like that. But Durga she is also a compassionate Tattva. She says, okay, I just want to bring you a little bit in order. I want you to think. I want you to just थोड़ा सा सोचिए कि आप जो कर रहे हैं ठीक है कि नहीं, वरना वो एक क्षण में पूरा मानवता को उड़ा देती थी वो, है ना। So this understanding of Durga Tattva as this conflict of, not conflict, it is the equilibrium between nature as it wants to be in its absolute natural state, which includes storms and peaceful weather and cold and heat and everything, all extremes. And then man's effort to domesticate Mother Nature, the goddess Durga, the Tattva of Durga. This is the real understanding in Mandala Vaatika. Yeah? Knowing that these two are actually the same. It is the same push and pull, what we call yin and yang. It's the push and pull. तो कभी इधर खींचता है ज्यादा तो वापस ले आता है, इधर खींचता है ज्यादा तो वापस ले आता है. So that balance, that homeostasis, that is what Durga Mandala Vatika experiences you get. Yeah. So on that note, let me just do a quick screen share, and I will do the last part of the Mandala Vatika, which is how to build a Mandala Vatika garden and what are the principles of building a Mandala Vatika garden. Okay. Screen share is there. People just give me a thumbs up. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Now, there are many Mandala Vatikas that are there. Yeah. Even in India, you will find sacred geometry in gardens. And what you see here is a picture at our Bangalore ashram near gate number 5, which is called the Nakshatra Vatika. Yeah. And you can see it is a Vatika which is dedicated to the energies of the nakshatras, the stars, the star signs. Yeah. And there is a geometry to this, which actually is not followed in this particular garden. It's a very complicated geometry, but I will speak about that a little later. Yeah. This is a Rashi Vatika at Ranchi. Rashi is the zodiacs. Yeah. So there is a garden where they made a Rashi Vatika. For some reason, plants are missing, but the grid is there. Yeah. But the grid again is not done as per the real geometry that should have been there. But nonetheless, these are all efforts you will see. As I said, this science is almost a dead science. The original Nakshatra Vana is actually like this. It is like a star. I had designed this for the city of Amravati in one of the very large community parks that was going to come up there. And maybe it will still get built at some point of time, but the designs had been completed by us. And you will see that this is in the form of a very complex nakshatra, where there are polygons of various shapes, but which can be broken into triangles. And these are the 27 stars. Each of the stars has got the botanical name as well as the Indian name. And each of them have specific places in the Nakshatra Vana with the 9 polygons where they would be placed. Actually, nobody has constructed a Nakshatra Vana like this so far. They just make it into a circle and divide the circle into 27 segments and put the various trees there. But really, if you want the effect of the Nakshatra Vana, this is how it should be designed. Deborah will recognize this. She's actually from Kenya. My mistake for saying that she was from South Africa. She's from Kenya. And this one on the left is her garden. And she has done such a beautiful, beautiful garden based on sacred geometry. And you can see sacred geometry in the West. They are far more evolved. In India, we don't have many gardens for sacred geometry. But if you go to Alhambra, for example, in Spain, you will see really what sacred geometry is all about. Yeah. And I love this one. I love Deborah's garden here. Now, if you were to create a Durga Mandala Vatika, this is how you would actually create it. Yeah. These numbers would be actually where you would place the plants of the various species. Yeah. You would put the plants there, and then you would create, this center portion could be a lawn. You could have, there are 3 components in any hardscape. One is the paving, one is the curbing, and one is the mulching. Yeah. So paving is like, for example, this green thing that you see here, these could actually be grass pavers. So what are grass pavers? Grass pavers, maybe we'll see a picture later. It is basically, these are, concrete tiles, which have got holes in them in which you can put grass. So this could be a grass paver. And you would have all these lines here would actually be curbs. Yeah, so you could use brick, you could use stone, you could use slate, you could use a curbstone, a concrete curbstone, or you could use wood. We will see more pictures of that. Now, what you will realize is whatever is this radius of this inner circle. So from this center point, if you take the radius of this circle, that the entire mandala will be 5 times that size. Okay, so if this is 5 centimeters on your paper, then your mandala overall will be around 25 centimeters. So you can easily find out how to start drawing your mandala. Now, like I said, for the edgings, you can have tiles, you can have different kinds of bricks, you can have wood, you can have stones. Many of these things would be lovely bricks and edgings. The main thing is you have to create the geometry. You see, the geometry of the Durga Mandala has to be created using hardscape. Hardscape means not plant material, but these kind of materials like paving, curbing, mulching, etc. So these are the different types of curbs and edgings that you can use. These are the different types of pavings that you can use. You know, I love slate, for example. This is bush hammered granite. You've got, bush hammered sandstone. Uh, You've got lovely materials which you can use as paving. You can also use grass pavers. You see a bit there, which could have been a grass paver. Uh, Again, you can use mulchings. Mulchings would be things which you cover the ground with. For example, you can have pebbles, you can have expanded clay balls. If you're doing a very small space, you can have these beautiful colored glass beads. You can have just wood shavings and those kind of things. All these can be used. So if you took, for example, this area, all these areas here, you could actually make very nice mulches here. A lot of mulching you can use to create this. You can use some pebbles inside these petals. You can use different colors of mulches to give you um, the kavach of the Durga Mandala. Yeah. So you could use these principles of garden design to create this. Uh, you could make a mandala on the wall, and this is my very favorite student, Putra from Indonesia, and you can see him so blissed out. He's got this beautiful mandala on the wall, and he's got the the plants, which I think he has used the durva grass mostly. And you can see how he has done this as a vertical mandala. Just brilliant, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He's been a student of my chemical-free farming. He's been a student of my Mandala Vaatika in July. He's again here. I think he's going to be like a permanent fixture in everything that we will do. But I really love the way he innovates. And he lives in this paradise in Bali where he is now with his wife. So at some point, I hope I can go there and meet them. So that sort of gives you a clue as to how you want to do this. I am available to you whenever you want to start something and you actually have a patch to do it. Please, you feel free to connect with me and I will guide you from there. Um, so a lot of you are actually, more than questions, have been sharing such beautiful experiences. Oh my goodness, somebody should actually extract from this all these experiences and post it, for everybody to do this. So I mean, it is such a beautiful and enjoyable journey for the past 4 days that I have taken with you. And for me, this journey actually began uh, more than more than maybe around 3 months ago. It began for me immediately after my course, July course. Yeah. And it's been a wonderful journey. So what direction, somebody said something about, ask something about direction. Where did that go? What direction do you need to sit? You may sit in any direction. Normally, it is considered auspicious to sit east. They say south should be avoided, but depends on which hemisphere you're in, I guess. But east, west are good. But whichever direction you're facing, the mandala's north will always be fixed. Yeah. Could you please advise how I can organize, how I can use the mandala to organize my garden? Well, you don't need to organize your garden, but you can create a mandala. You can create a little Durga mandala, and you can even create it in your balcony. You can draw the mandala on the ground, using poster color or something like that, which you can clean it later on if you want. You can create the mandala, and you can keep potted plants of the various 9 species. Like I said, you can even put a lotus in a pot and a lily in a pot. Yeah. Um, Uma, today's fashion is ladies having free unlocking hair, one of Durga's nature, but need to bring balance. In nature with family, some bending abilities are necessary. Just now, an insight I have. Okay, right. I think that is a good one. During my ashram, I visited so beautifully. Can you share the 27 stars? Oh, yes. Actually, this PowerPoint of this, mandala hardscape and softscape, I will be giving it to you in the package. So you will have him. Make the mandala. Can I use the mandala as a meditation space? Absolutely. A mandala Vaatika, originally by the Vedic tradition, was created as a garden where you went and sat under the tree and you meditated with the mantra. So that is how the original Vedic gardens were created. And that is how I stumbled upon the science of Mandala Vaatika when Gurudev asked me to design the Radha Kunj for him. And it is fine when people stamp where the place mandala is. Of course, it is there. That's what I said. So beautiful this mandala Vaatika is, because in an actual mandala Vaatika, you will go, right? You will go and walk in the Vaatika, right? You will actually go and walk there, right? So it is a very, frills free, ritual free, rules free sort of a tradition, which is very, very pure. Mandala Vaatika doesn't get concerned too much with the rituals of with the ritualistic aspect of puja. It is a more a free form of just connecting directly with the tattva. Yeah. So those are all the beautiful things that you have. So again, 4:15 was where I wanted to finish off the little brief for you of how you should do it. But again, if anybody wants to really make a Mandala Vaatika garden, and I think we should start doing this, otherwise you will get these questionable designs of sacred geometry used for Mandala Vaatikas. Another very interesting, I will tell you, for those who know the Bangalore ashram, and those of you who have seen the Visalakshi Mantap, yeah, we have a very beautiful structure in the ashram called the Visalakshi Mantap. If you Google Bangalore ashram and VM, and it'll give you beautiful pictures of that. But do you know that that is a mandala? If you do look at it from the top, it is such a beautiful mandala. It is based on the Rudra Mandala Vaatika. Rudra Mandala is, I don't know, last Navratri, for the first time, the Rudra Mandala was drawn by Anna and his team, and they put up the picture of that during the Navratri on one side near the stage. They put up a picture, a huge picture of Rudra Mandala, which has been drawn after I don't know how many centuries. Yeah. So like I said, in our Vedagama, in our Vedic school, it's a brilliant repository of such fine knowledge that belongs to Vedas, as well as the Agamas. Yeah. So we have the Tamilian culture, the Dravidian culture, which predates even the Aryan culture. And there are very deep understandings about these mandalas and the wave functions and tattvas and how they have to be harnessed. Like if you go towards those parts of Tamil Nadu, across the hills to Kerala, the puja they do is actually a mandala puja only. They will just put the flowers, when they have this beautiful festival of Onam, all the people from Kerala, they will make such beautiful decorations with flowers. Those are nothing but mandalas. They are mandala Vaatikas. you know so it is a science which was there, very prevalent, but somewhere we lost this particular science. Yeah. So when you explore these kind of things, and we should make these mandala Vatika gardens in India. So wherever, whichever part of the world you are, try to move, make a group and try to get things moving, so that maybe it's a community park, maybe it could be a garden of some IT park or IT companies, or you have gated communities or something. Try to get somewhere and start making small mandalas. We already have 3 mandalas. We've got the Varamahalakshmi mandala, we've got the Siddhi Vinayaka mandala, and we've got this Durga mandala. Yeah. So we can make these mandalas, we can actually plant them, a small space. So how large should that space be? It doesn't have to be large. Even if it is like, 10 feet by 10 feet, or 100 feet by 100 feet, whatever, it doesn't matter. We can make very, very beautiful mandala Vaatikas. Yeah. So people should explore, how you can, work with all this. I am also working. In fact, somebody apparently after our July course took this entire Mandala Vatika collateral to the Chief Minister of Kerala. And the Chief Minister expressed a lot of interest, saying that maybe this is the thing that we should revive, because our state is known for this kind of worship. And if this was our culture, we need to revive. So we need really to, I'm sure, Bengal would do it, West Bengal would take up, because that's another repository of the Durga consciousness, So can we learn Siddhi Vinayaka and Param? Yes, of course. I'm going to repeat these courses. It's just that this Durga course is for this particular time in Navaratri, but definitely we can. Can the mandala be at different levels? Yeah, you saw Nugra. It's a vertical. So, he has had it. Of course, you can have it at different levels. It doesn't make a difference. But if you see it as a bird's eye view from the top, then you should be able to see the mandala. Yeah. In bigger places, how to do the geometry? You just do it with rope. Just with rope, you can make a 90-degree angle. How do you take it? It is 3, 4, 5. So you take a rope, you put a point, you put a stick, you take a rope 30 feet, make an arc. You take a rope 40 feet, make an arc. Then you connect the 2 arcs. So the third one, if you take 50 feet, where these 3 points will meet, it will be a perfect right angle from where you started. It's called the formula of 3, 4, 5. It's just a ratio. Okay. You can take 3 feet, 30 feet, 300 feet and mark, you will get exactly 90 degrees. So once you have a 90 degree and you have the straight edge and you have got the circle, you can draw any mandala. Okay. So actually you can draw this mandala. You can do this just using a rope, just a rope and a stake. A stake is like a compass. You put the stake in one point and you draw with a rope. With another stick, you'd mark on the ground, you'll get a perfect circle. Yeah. So it's a wonderful experience to mark these, in that. What is Chavi saying? I want to be a part of community parks. Chavi always makes me wonder, you want to be a part of everything in this planet. Where do you get all that energy and time? Yeah, in bigger places, how to do geometry, I explained to you. So actually, when we built our temples and pyramids and everything, they didn't have set squares and compasses or whatever. They just made it because you can make it. It's a very doable thing. Yeah. And if somebody wants me to guide them on that, definitely I will guide you on that. What else? Hello, sir. Labyrinth and mandalas are 2 different things. Are these right? No. Labyrinths belong to a tradition of sacred geometry, and it is a mandala also. What is a labyrinth garden? A labyrinth garden is where you can go and get lost. There'll be so many circles. It's like a maze. Yeah. So there'll be so many paths you can take, so many turnings. But once you get into it, you can get lost, because anywhere you go, it will be a dead end. Yeah. To enter, there will be one path, but for you to come out, there will be so many paths, and many of them will end in a dead end. So this is called a labyrinth garden, and it's a very famous concept in the medieval times, especially in Europe. They used to make a lot of labyrinth gardens. Yeah. The principle of a labyrinth garden was, it was a mandala also. Yeah, it was a mandala, and it invoked a wave function of a, it's a wave function. It's a, you can call it a god, but it is to invoke that spirit which will clear your eyes. In the ancient tradition, clearing your eyes means not washing your face. Yeah, clearing your eyes means allowing yourself to seek the path, not getting distracted. Yeah. So when you go into a labyrinth garden, how would you come out of a labyrinth garden? Not by getting feverish and trying to explore everything. You completely relax, completely surrender yourself to that force, which will show you the way out. Then your eyes become clear. Eyes means not the eyes with which you see, your inner eye. Yeah. So labyrinth gardens are mandalas also. Yeah. So please give some guidance during Navratri, what to do. As I said, during Navratri, enjoy. There are wonderful, wonderful Navratri pujas that are going to happen in the ashram. All of them are going to be telecast. We have the Ati Maha Rudra Homa, and we have wonderful things happening. So just be a part of that. But somewhere in the middle of all that, if you can take, like I said, on the 7th day, if you could take little time off to do a Mandala Vaatika, Durga Mandala Vaatika, nothing like it. Can we play with the mandala like art and painting? Plus, can we do puja on vertical mandalas? Yeah, sure. I mean, you can meditate on a mandala for sure. Can we play with a mandala? I thought we were playing. I mean, all of us had a ball. Tell me, when did you think you will pick up a compass and actually sit drawing? And then actually you post those pictures, in a group and say, listen, this is what I draw. We all became children. We actually played. It was a play, isn't it? So the whole of Mandala Vaatika is a play, where you become childlike and let the tattva of that mandala guide you in what you're drawing, right? Uh, thank you once again, Pavitra. That is Pavitra. Oh, so lovely, Pavitra, to have you back again. I saw you on the first day, then I was wondering, for opening us to these new wonderful experiences. Learning has been great. Pavitra is one of the best cooks I know. I mean, she's always cooking something or the other. Sir, once we make the mandala, Madhvi needed to finish that. Chakravyu is also a mandala. Yes, it is, sir. Harshvardhan spoke about Chakravyu. Yeah, Chakravyu is also a mandala. While the design of that mandala has been used in warfare, but the Chakravyu itself is very, very, it's you can say a close cousin of the labyrinthine gardens. Yeah. So we have the maze gardens. They used to call them the maze gardens because you go and get lost. So many turns and twists and turns, and then the labyrinth, you can go around and then you come back, and then there is one turning here, one turning there. By the time you go round and round, it's like a bulbulia, it's like a complete maze. Yeah. So that it is. Sir, once we make the manual, okay. Hey, Fuzzy, could we have a date for all of us? The two courses come together and bring Mandala Vaatika. We draw, experience, puja chants, meditate towards maybe the day after the Navratri finishes. Up to you guys. I mean, yeah, I think we always do these refresher sessions where I do more research like I did on Siddhi Vinayaka Mandala. I do more research on these mandalas and share it in refresher courses. So maybe there are two groups which will join together. And definitely we can. Yeah, definitely we can have a refresher immediately after the Navratri. Possible, definitely possible. There is Sangeeta ji here, Sangeeta Kapoor from Dubai. My lovely, lovely friend Sangeeta ji. We would love to make a Durga Mandala in front of my home area entrance side. We'll be messaging you. Oh, would love to be a part of that, Sangeeta. Um, Sir, do all three mandalas together and I am ready. Okay. Uh, Akanksha, what does she say? There are mandalas that reduce or negate energies like maze. Oh, yes, this whole thing is about Durga Tattva is when all the negatives become too much. Yeah. And, when we say negatives, it's not like negative people. It's like, you may be the nicest person, but if you don't have confidence in yourself, that means there is negativity in you. You may be a very sweet person, but if you don't have confidence in yourself or you doubt yourself, anything you do, you're so doubtful. Yeah. For you, everything is a doubt. Oh. That's a negative. Okay. So negative doesn't mean somebody who goes around killing people or, who's socially unacceptable. You can be socially a perfectly acceptable person, but you could be harnessing a lot of negativity in you. Durga Mandala Vatika is one of the things which acts like magic. So many people are here who I know, even in my support team, people, the feedback that I get by just involving in putting a course together, what they got out of it, it is really special. And yes, so stay a part of the group. And what I would request you is, any of you who have had an experience that you would like to share. Okay. Because of time, we can't call each one of you here, spotlight you, and ask you to talk. What we would want you to do is just take your phone and just do a 1 or 2 minute audio recording or a video recording and just post it in the group. These are very, very precious for us, because this is what we would like you to give us feedback, so that we know how to take these things forward, so that other people can know what your experiences are. See, Durga Mandala, this is only the third, Mandala Vatika, this is only my third course. Yeah, only third course that I have taken. We need to have maybe 3,000 such courses happening across the world. Yeah, for that to happen, it's only when you people share your experiences with us and we share them with other people, that people are going to become aware that there is a science like this that needs to be revived, and people need to take benefit of this kind of a science, right? So please, please, please send in your experiences and post them in our message groups first, and post them on Facebook. Last July course, we had a whole lot of messages that came on the Facebook. It creates digital ripples. Yeah. So for the word to reach out to people, please, please, please post your experiences. And could mandalas evolve a negative energy also? Please don't even go there. We don't go into that tantra and the very perversion of this knowledge. There are people who claim they can use it for negativity, yeah, for negative kind of things. Don't worry, don't even go there. We are doing this on an enlightened master's tattva. This course is coming to you only because there is a Guru Tattva in this course. That Guru Tattva has got inbuilt kavachas. So every one of us who practice these mandalas, we can do it with knowing fully well that nothing negative can ever come out of it. Okay. So 4:30 on the dot. And I would like to thank each one and every one of you, especially my team members again, Archana ji, Kritika, Divya, Sarika, Radhik, Megha. Who else do we have? We've got Dinal, Raja, Sanya. Okay, each one of you, my heartfelt thanks. And the next course is going to start from tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. So do spread the word and do get as many people to come and register, and do give your feedback, because that will be your gift to me. Hopefully by the end of today, if not end of today, by latest by tomorrow, I will keep this. And as a special gift to this particular batch, I'm going to keep the recordings till the 11th of October. Okay, so you have 4 days more for you to take your time, go through all the recordings, and really enjoy and get the best of the course. Okay, once again, thank you one and all. Jai Gurudev.